Last time on Savannah by Night. After a panicked Artem found his charge safe and sound within the bar he'd left her in, the young neonates collectively found themselves heading to Hutchinson Island to take in the local racing scene. Artem and Christiana were driven by Harlan, where they discussed some of the basic rules of the Camarilla, and even touched on a different group called the Sabbat, whom Harlan referred to as a death cult. Poppy took advantage of Kate's offer of a ride, where there was perhaps an unintentional admission of loneliness and isolation, while Poppy tried to literally put on a brave face. Cora drove Lewis, a fellow Malkavian. While she managed to carefully dance around the nature of her own derangement, Lewis eventually revealed his, a form of precognition that he is powerless to do anything with. Tabby and Lila arrived at the track with the plan to flat out take someone's car away from them. Lila, being a bit of a goblin, put on her own sultry mask to lure an easy mark into betting his car against the false promise of something salacious. And while it might be easy for Lila to outrace a man that clearly isn't swift enough to not put frosted tips in his hair, she puts Tabby in the driver's seat. As we left off last time, the blonde grid girl, flag in hand, ready, set, go. Tabby, you have dice out. Okay. I'm going to let you know now, pass or fail isn't going to be a roadblock. It's just going to change how things go. You still have options to get the car if you would like. You're just going to have to do something a little differently. So, do you hit the gas? Do you hesitate? What do you do?
I think since Tabby has not played a single Mario Kart game in her life, is unfamiliar with certain tactics of even starting the race. So the moment go happens, full throttle on the gas.
Well, better than doing nothing. As the two of you are approaching nominal top speed for this part of the straightaway, Lila is next to you, frittering away on her laptop with a split face grin, of Beetlejuice teeth otherwise marking her pristine mask of a face at the moment. While maybe she hasn't tweaked his car just yet, or not in a way that has bearing on this exact moment, we're going to make this a total of 3 rolls. So you're going to get Dex and Drive.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's another option. You can expend a bit of blood
I was just thinking that.
in order to add to your dexterity.
Tabby will do so.
Mm-hmm.
Marking it.
So the way we're going to do this for now, instead of having you add many, many dots to one stat, you're just going to get a flat 1 in all 3 physicals.
Meaning a success, right?
No, as in an extra die.
Okay.
In the same way that dexterity would affect anyone here, is that they just have an additional die. for anything dex related. So for a moment, you're going to pretend you have an extra dot there. So you have your dex, your additional dot of dex, and your drive. However, you yourself said you have never done this sort of thing. This is an unfamiliar car, an unfamiliar place. And let's see how this is going to go. You're going to go with an 8 difficulty.
Ooh. uh, no successes.
Okay, now we have to qualify that. Are there any ones?
There are two.
Okay. Did they erase successes?
No.
So this is a double botch, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say then what happens is you somehow, in your exuberance,
Not leaving.
well, yes, you're not leaving the start line at this point. Somehow, in your exuberance, you have managed to do something that is rarely done outside of winter in a modern car. You have managed to flood and stall a fuel-injected car in the year of our Lord 2024.
What am
You
I
see
supposed to
Lila
do?
just, there's that tappity tap, stop tap, turn in your direction. How, fucking how?
I haven't driven a car in like a decade.
She quickly taps something out on the keyboard, and you see the dashboard in front of you flicker. Go!
Trying again.
And in the meantime, I'm going to see how well this schmuck is doing. How many dice did you roll total?
How many dice what?
How many dice did you roll?
I rolled 4 dice.
You rolled 4. Okay.
2 of which were ones.
Well, he's not doing amazing. He has managed to get down a certain amount of the straightaway from your terrible dead start. You are lagging a lot behind this man in his, at the moment, superior AMG. But you're going to have a moment to try and unfuck this as a turn's coming up. But she is giving you this glare as she is tapping away on her keyboard, clearly trying to do something to change the statistical probability of whatever is going to happen next. So,
Don't stare at me.
we're going to go with a 7. Still same amount of dice.
All right. All right. With another one, but it canceled out a success. 1 success.
1 success. Okay. He's cleared that bend, but you are just starting to get into it. And he's hitting another flyaway straight. Let's see how he does on that. You are starting to gain on him. He's only got 1 success. But you're still lagging behind due to your shoddy start. However, She seems to be a little more smug than she was a few moments ago. Though you get the impression it has nothing to do with your driving ability. Certainly not tonight. Let's go with your difficulty is going to be coming down to a 6. His is going up to an 8.
Hmm.
So I'm going to preface this with, do you want to try and use temporary willpower? Have you been chipping away at that so far in these sessions, or has it been left pristine?
It has been left pristine.
Okay. Now, do you
Uh,
know how to mark off temporary?
with the boxes underneath it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That way you're
I
not removing the dots that you have spent.
I don't think Tabby's gonna mark off willpower yet,
Hmm.
despite the immense stress of this particular moment.
Hmm.
Uh, there's a awareness in the back of Tabby's mind where if she fails, we can just kill the guy. Which is may or may
Interesting.
not be accurate, but that is keeping her from losing her cool.
Interesting. That's where you take it. So this is your one chance at this point to unfuck this. How bad?
2 ones again and no successes.
It's funny because he technically failed, but no botch because he got a 10 and a 1. So it's just a fail. But you double botched. Again, that is impressive. I'm not entirely sure I have seen that in a single interaction in the 25 years I've been playing Vampire, so good for you.
Please, it's what I'm here for.
Sorry, no, it's been closer to 30. Jesus fuck, I'm old. And
Rolling
that's still never
five
happened.
ones.
I've seen one triple botch in all that time, but I've never seen this. Um,
I'll sign
Bravo.
autographs later.
How? Um,
Well, Tabby won't. She'll be dead.
yeah. You are just gonna hellaciously spin right out. You don't pull a Top Gear Stig Koenigsegg kind of move where you're eating a tire wall, but you're off the tarmac. You're in the grass. You are skidding Lila's Mitsubishi baby through dirt. And as you come to a full and complete stop, you are met with this flat-faced stare. So, couple things. I was lining that up for you. He was gonna lose. We came this close to Sky Road ditch. How did you fuck that up?
If I could tell you how I did, then I probably wouldn't have.
That might be the smartest thing I've heard you say so far. Okay, okay, we can still pull this out of the fire. Can you at least start the car?
Debatable, but I'll give it another attempt.
Okay, okay, we gotta limp us back to the finish line. Can you at least manage that?
I, yeah. She will
Well,
turn
you're gonna
the.
make a convincing show out of it either way, I guess.
Should I have faith in myself after what I just did?
No.
Well, then we'll see. And she's gonna turn the car key.
It, for a moment, the engine kind of just flickers, giving you that it's not going to start. It will never start. You doubt the idea that it ever could have started, ever. But it comes to life, and you're able to, if that's what you want to do, putter this thing towards where you started, either by finishing the loop or just accepting you lost and driving back the opposite direction. Do you want to have the moment of I'm gonna finish the lap because you're going the distance, like your name is Cake,
Yeah,
or do you
Tabby
want to
will.
just admit the totality of defeat and just roll back towards the starting line?
Tabby will finish the lap.
Okay.
And also, she's not weeping from sorrow,
Mm.
but there's absolutely bloody tears just from pure emotion. And there's like a half smile on her face. And she's just like, I can't fucking believe this. So she's just,
Oh, all over my seats. She
no, it's
she
on
puts
my
the
new
laptop away.
clothes.
I don't give a shit about that.
I know you don't give a shit about that. I'm just expressing
Hey,
my
you don't get to give
emotions.
me attitude after that bullshit. Took you on a shopping spree. You fuck up my car.
I didn't volunteer to drive this.
Hey, I'm trying to give you opportunities to be a person and not a passenger.
Mm. Are those the
And
two distinctions?
at the moment, yes.
All right.
She's going to reach into the glove box and she's going to hand you this stack of very thin napkins that she probably took from a like franchise non-brand Dairy Queen-esque operation. The kind that just look like those really thin, almost see-through pages you get out of like mass-produced Bibles. Just take these. Eh.
What if I kind of smear this blood all over myself, pretend I got injured during the wreck like the hapless idiot I am, and it makes him not want to sleep with me? That's one way out of this deal.
We're never gonna sleep with him no matter what happened tonight. You don't need to go that route.
I
But
mean,
hey,
I
you
didn't
know
think
what?
so. I don't
Ladies
know how much of an
pinch,
exit
whores
strategy I
use
need to start
ruse.
planning for. This is so much worse than regular tears. They're
Well, this,
sticky.
ah,
This napkin tore off and is now stuck to my cheek. She's like having to claw at it.
okay, we're gonna swap seats again.
Okay. That way I could say that you spun out. I wouldn't do that. I'm sorry. I'm coping.
What helps with coping is not doing the thing that you have to cope about in the first place.
Well, that's just fucking great, isn't it?
Yeah, imagine how that works. That's a teachable moment.
I can't imagine what it's like to not fuck up in a major situation because I have not experienced that so far.
Oh, you're a project, aren't you?
When it comes to driving, yeah.
She kind of looks at
Just
the
take the
new
wheel.
wardrobe and just, oh, oh, it applies in so many more ways. Okay.
This is a good outfit.
Yeah, now. Do you swap seats?
Yes.
Okay. She's going to intentionally put it in uh low range gear just to make the car sound slightly more pathetic and sluggish than it really is. And she's like, okay, like pull down your beekeeper mask, whatever. Yeah, mysterious, good guys like that. All right, so as she raggedly brings the car around so that both driver's side doors are facing each other in that parallel opposing directions. She rolls down her window just a little bit to kind of peer over the rim of the glass and just, oh no, I guess you won. You want to come collect your prize? And you can see even through the tinting that he's just, all right, where do you want to go? And she just sort of wiggles her finger in his direction and she's going to speed off a little bit. The car seemingly limping just a little bit. And she's going to lead him away from the actual track. The little racetrack dimension that you have all been sucked into this evening. Seemingly getting to not quite open roads, but more to the sort of spaghetti junction roads that make up part of Hutchinson. A place where there's a bit more privacy. Okay. You want to know the trick?
Is that to me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We're still going to get the prick's car. You still
Yeah.
hungry?
Yeah.
Good, good. He's got a lot of blood he doesn't need right now.
Mm.
Somebody all localized in the wrong area, but or the right one. I don't know what you're into.
We'll just say not him.
Yeah, all right. So as the cars go off the road a little bit into the brush behind an overpass, she gets out of the car. Do you follow?
Yeah.
But you're trying to sort of hide your face a little bit, or Mhm. You're kind of just looking askant, trying to keep it hidden.
Yeah.
Okay. And while she does approach him as he gets out of the car, there's this sort of gloved fingertip that runs along his chin, and he thinks he's about to get lucky. Would you like to go and correct him of this assertion?
I
Okay.
would
Mm-hmm. So how do you go about that?
just approaching not even that subtly from behind. Just bite him in the neck.
I'm going to say with the fact that he's clearly distracted by Lila,
I'll
that
bet he is.
mhm. You're able to get your fangs in. Now, the question is, are you going for a little sip or are you trying to express a bit of frustration on Mr. Frosted Tips?
I think she's just wanting to sip.
Okay.
A lot of emotions, but
Mhm.
less rage and vengeance and more just this fucking sucks.
So you're going right
Almost
for the
spoils
neck.
the appetite. Almost.
Okay, almost, but not enough to stop it. It's more of a case of I could eat rather than I need to eat.
Yeah.
She's going to go for the other side of the neck because she wants a little something for her trouble tonight.
We accidentally cut his whole head off by biting from both sides.
Not how that works in this game. But she only takes a tiny sip. When she pulls back, those her lovelier facade is still present, but she is happily showing off the Beetlejuice teeth in a wide split grin. There's blood all over them, but not on her lips because she's not messy. There's none of that artistic drip drap everywhere. It's just, you know, despite all the art and a lot of things showing all these vampires blood washing down their chin and tongue like they're, that 5-year-old with the permanent Kool-Aid stains. This is a person who actually survives on blood and doesn't waste it.
An adult with Kool-Aid.
Mm, this is a good claret. So he thought that he was going to get double teamed, but he didn't quite know in what way.
Slancha.
And in Soviet Savannah, the vampires DPU. You okay, Helena?
We got him. We did it.
Mm-hmm. And she's dead. Okay. So after he's rolled into the bushes, okay, now what do you want to do with the car?
Having a car would be nice,
Hmm.
but I think it's a little clear. Not that I shouldn't have one yet. I should not be driving much yet. I wonder if this one's not better to just scrap or sell.
Well, see, here's the thing.
I'm
Sell is
glad
a
I
little
didn't
harder.
permanently wreck your car.
You're going to be helping me out with some of that.
Cool.
But here's how we can recoup some expenses. As fun as it would be, and we can still do it, we can junk this thing in the fucking swamp. Fun times had not by him, right?
Yeah.
We could scrap it for pieces because you're never going to be able to just sell it as is. So what do you want to do? Which one?
Scrap it.
Scrap it. Okay. Then I know a guy. You did get his keys, right?
Goes over to him and just searches in all his clothes.
I imagine at the moment
Yeah.
he's just in the brush, face down.
I did have his keys before. I went back to just do
Okay.
that because she definitely did not, and she did not get the keys before.
Hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Now, without trying to explode either car, do you think you can follow me?
How fast are we going?
We're going to try a gentle trot of 40 and see how you do.
Okay.
Can you manage that?
We'll fucking see. I mean, I'm the wrong person to ask. We'll
Okay,
say
I'm gonna let
yes.
you know this. If I see in the rear view this metal tumbleina bullshit happening behind me, it stays in the rear view. I ain't coming back for you. Okay?
Okay. I mean, makes sense.
Yeah. You're good? Can we?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good to follow and do what you're saying. I'm just saying you extracting promises of my capabilities with motorized vehicles is not going to get us anywhere.
Well, I can't drive both at the same time, asshole.
I wouldn't be surprised if you could.
She just goes over and just pressure point, pressure point.
I don't know what's the wrong thing to say with you.
Oh, look at that. You're actually learning something now.
Yay.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And as the two of you speed off, is there any little thought you want to share with the class?
Uh, Partly to the varied response to this event.
Hmm.
Some of it is denial of how utterly she failed. Uh, some of it is just acceptance, but there also is the the side that is attempting to be ambitious, that is thinking what better way to be unassuming than to visibly utterly fail immediately, because we can only go up from here unless we die.
Well, we should challenge that assertion.
I mean, they could hack my limbs off, and there's plenty of ways that can be miserable. We're trying to be confident here. And literally the voice that what you just said is one of the things that she thought to herself.
Something I should be informing the players and the audience of is death is not the worst thing that can happen.
And I already did.
No, no, it didn't.
No, not the worst thing, just death.
Semantics aside, that's not death. So, as you're heading off to your next, I hesitate to say ambition, um, set piece.
I think Tabby will text the group.
Mhm.
And
Are you texting and driving, or are you texting and then driving?
it'll probably be delayed. I feel
Okay,
like they might receive this message quite a bit later.
okay.
But the message would be first of all, she wonders how many people saw that and knew what was going on. But otherwise, she just decides to not point that out. And it
Mm.
says got caught up with other plans. See you all at the cottage later. Unless the plan is to still meet up. I'm not sure if there'd be time for that.
Mm. Who knows? But we'll pull the camera back to the track as a whole now. Artem, Chris, and Poppy are in the throng of the rave. So you tell me if you saw that race. Some of them are happening right around you, not necessarily at the same starting line, but there are different little uh, drag strips being used. Are you all locked into the music, the scene, or are you paying semi attention to the actual purpose of people being here?
I
I
like the
think
idea. Oh,
Poppy.
go ahead.
Oh, yeah, no, you go.
Okay. I like the idea that Autumn saw it, but didn't realize that it was oh God, I just blanked on Tara's name.
Tabby.
Tabby, yes.
And I think Poppy was not paying attention to that. She was throwing ass.
Chuckling.
Someone has
Chris
to.
is uh just giving herself over to the fervor. Like before, she's still going at 11, but she's trying to find some rhythm with that 11 now, as you are, I guess, guiding that a little bit. So as you are throwing ass, Artem, what are you doing over here?
Well, he was probably watching the race, and as it's over, he goes back in and starts throwing ass himself.
Yeah.
So because he is a bit of a giant,
Just a bit
he's
of one.
like he's not 7'30" or anything, but he is quite a tall lad. A little bit like of a more human proportioned Johnny Bravo. As you're making it work, what are you doing? Are you trying to just dance or are you attempting to do anything in particular? Like, are you trying to
Uh,
get to Poppy and Chris? Are you trying to, what are you doing?
yeah, I'm probably trying to get to Poppy and Chris, not like, you know, not aggressively or anything,
Mm.
but working my way towards the sexy cyclone, I think we called it.
I think we said vortex, but I'll take it.
Right, okay. That's my bad.
The direct quote from the notes is "sexy little vortex."
There it
That's
is.
me.
And as the three of you reunite, is there any kind of conversation you're trying to have, or is it just to join the circle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not trying to ruin anybody's fun.
Yeah. So
You might
I
anyway.
would say, yeah, as you're getting up there, there's a moment where Chris sees you and she thinks, oh shit, the narc's here.
Oh.
But she sees that you are trying to join in the fun rather than drag her out of it. So while there is this hitch of hesitation that I think Poppy would be much more attuned to, I would say that there's this brief look in your direction, Artem, where she kind of just nods and just goes back to it. Because you're not here to ruin her fun. Or at least not yet.
Not yet. That comes later.
Okay. So while the sexy little vortex has caught someone in the churn, we're going to check in with Kate. What are you doing?
Trying not to get distracted by what's happening on this part of my screen. Kate is kind of wandering because Harlan left her with Owen. She feels like she can't go find Harlan and rejoin.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And Owen, I believe, has left by this point.
Well, she kind of
Okay.
wandered off because like Owen was in the middle of working.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to hit Kate that while Poppy was open about being lonely, Kate would never ever admit this, but the reality of being in Savannah, she's starting to feel. Nobody here cares who she is. She doesn't know anybody. She doesn't even have a number in her phone she can text up to go have fun with.
Back in DC, and even before DC, did she have people in her phone that she could text to go have fun?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is much more new
Mm-hmm.
because she's outside of her political bubble.
Mm-hmm. Trying to mingle at a racetrack and rave is very different than trying to mingle at like a hotel
function.
bar. Yes, at a fundraising event.
Because at least you're presented with the idea of, oh, and what do you do, and who are you here with? There's kind of an accepted array of practices in that world that do not translate here because it is more physical and visceral. Owen sort of seems to have had an understanding of why he's there, what he's doing, and seems very comfortable. But he was also at the periphery. You see Harlan and Lewis on one of the bleachers, quietly talking.
It's my children.
It's
Not
the
how I imagine Lewis and Harlan to sound, but as you kind of aimlessly wander, I assume, trying to find somewhere to fit in, or at least start. Going back to what you've said before about loneliness, does the expression alone in a crowd, is that appropriate here?
Very much. Especially seeing the way that the other new bloods instantly split up and had someone to connect with.
As you wander, are you distracted by seeing Artem and Poppy in the crowd in any way?
Can she spot them in the crowd?
For the sake of narrative, yes. If that's something that you would like.
Yeah, Artem's what, like 20
8
feet
foot
tall?
30.
Yeah.
He gets taller every time you ask.
He's just some sort of Everest of people.
She's trying to utilize what she knows to observe, to see what kind of groups are where, what kind of conversations are happening, but is distracted. Her full attention is not in observing.
Okay. Sorry, it's not in observing, or it is? Sorry, I missed that last part.
Oh, it's more like, I need to do this, but keeps getting pulled away from like a deep, thorough observation with spotting them, with maybe, well, no, she didn't see anyone else pull up. But yeah, them, maybe distraction back to like Harlan Lewis, and
So
keeps getting like pulled away to these little.
So her focus is fractured. She's not really entirely aware of everything around her. I would say you bump into someone, and there is a moment where underfoot you hear the crunching of glass. And as you look up, you see one of the blonde grid girls. What looks to be longer blonde hair pulled back tight in a way that makes it look like shorter hair. And her hands kind of come up over her face as what she tumbles out is English in the sense that you recognize each individual word, but in concert, they do not make any sentences worth anything. And they get faster. Dreamy the player, I feel like, would know this. Do you know the symptoms of a stroke?
Mm-hmm. Intimately.
Do you know what aphasia looks like?
Is that what's colloquially known as word salad?
Yes. You get the impression that whatever she is saying makes 100% sense to her. But as she's speaking, it's dawning on her that it's not making any sense to you. And before I have her say what's going to happen next, do you react to this in any way?
Yeah. I'm going to put a hand on her. Is there any, as I put a hand on her, is there any human warmth? Like, is this someone we should get like a human doctor for? Or is there like a coldness?
There is a light warmth. There is a pulse, but it's a very low resting heart rate. She's not worryingly pale, but she's also not, richly tanned in any way.
Would I need to roll to maybe see if I could guess
You
which
would
side
need
of the
to roll.
masquerade she falls on?
Yes. Do you have Auspex?
Probably not, because I don't know what that is.
Okay. Do you have awareness as a skill? Left side.
See, I have my custom sheet. No, I don't have awareness.
Okay. So this is going to be a little harder for you to gather based on the clues. As she's trying to stammer out something, she just says, and she's forcing herself. You see this contortion. Bolton. And she calms herself enough to look down at your feet where you heard the crunch of glass.
Yeah, what did I step on?
Her phone.
Shit, sorry.
And she's not snapping, but she's pointing at you and then your phone for a moment.
Let me quickly pull up the notes app. Like, is she trying to communicate?
Good read. Do you give her your phone or?
Yeah.
Okay. And she's going to type out while looking at you briefly in little like sheepish glances. And despite the fact that she's this somewhat glam looking grid girl at the moment, there's a certain withdrawn sunkenness to the shoulders as she's trying to huddle in with you but in a way that's almost the conspiratorial aspect of trying to get you to look at the phone while not wanting to be in too much proximity, not necessarily to you, but just worrying about someone being close to her. And she's looking around, and it seems like she's typing something and then erasing it and typing something else, and then finally she settles on, did you see Lewis here?
Yeah, he's up in the stands with Harlan. Do you need me to help you get there?
And she's going to reach down and pick up her busted phone. And there's this frustrated sigh, but she doesn't seem to be frustrated at you per se, as much as you can gather from the fact that she needed your phone to communicate probably should tell you why that mattered.
I owe you a new phone.
There's this soft but kind of sad little smile as you lead her up to the boys.
Mm-hmm.
As the pair of you get up there, there's this. While you weren't there for this, there's the same sort of elated shout that Harlan gave when Chris, Artem, and the gang walked into the bar. And it's just, hey, uh-oh. He just ceased to read the expression. He doesn't really know what's wrong as much as like, something's wrong.
You said it was Lewis that gave Harlan that gave the shout?
Harlan. But it's Lewis that stands up. What happened?
Bumped into her. Accidentally stepped on her phone. She was looking for you.
He looks at Harlan and then to you, just same family.
I don't know what family they're from, but I'm guessing I can kind of assume at this point.
You wouldn't know Lewis based on anything he said or done.
Mm-hmm.
But you've been around just long enough and you've seen probably more than some of the others what a lot of the other clans are like. You would have clued in how most clans pretty much are visibly indiscernible from one another, but behaviors and quirks and wants and needs can help discern. So you have a good guess.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you want to say to that?
I'm actually oh wait, and take out of my pocket the little cheap phone.
Oh, the
menu phone. Yeah. Little burner.
Okay.
Here. I for now, I still owe you a real phone.
And Harlan's going to be the one that kind of takes them both, and he'll swap out the cards and stuff to at least give her some measure of being able to communicate with her own device. And you do see her have a little moment of, again, frustration, because it's a case of I'm sure a lot of people here, and maybe I'm the one with that kind of OCD-esque personality where I get very used to my laptop or desktop, how it's all set up, where all my little tabs, all my even just the Explorer window for Windows, I like it a certain way, and when that's all out of whack, it actually just bucks me a tiny bit. And you see that wave of this is a new UI, it's a new everything, and that she's trying to figure out what she even wants to do and how to do it for a moment. And while she's doing that, do you say anything to the others?
I don't. We didn't meet official. Oh no, I met Harlan, but haven't. Did I officially meet Lewis?
No.
Okay. I'm Kate Fulton, by the way.
Uh, yeah, I saw. Yeah, they had front row seats to a real shit show, didn't they? How you holding up?
Not the first time it happened.
Oh yeah, you did say what?
Mm-hmm.
What was that all about?
DC,
Ah, real cutthroat politics.
you know. Don't rule number one, don't break the masquerade.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's usually the first and most important thing. So, oh shit, what did he do? And he's kind of just waving you down to sit with them so you can be a little more conspiratorial and tell them if you
Okay.
want to.
And Lewis has not introduced himself, and I still haven't gotten her name right.
No, you're gonna have to, I guess, correct them on that.
Okay. Feeding frenzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and in DC, yeah, that's one
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
most, as I understand it, most surveilled cities in the US.
Mm-hmm.
On top of, and he's about to say on top of everyone having a smartphone, but he just goes, uh, anyway,
It. Sorry, I didn't catch either of your names.
oh, uh, Lewis, and that's Belle. She looks up from the phone and she just gives this sort of sheepish, meek little wave. And she sits down, trying to find some level of calm as she's tapping away on something. Eventually, do you have just a little like montagey banter with them at all, or do you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Gonna very much make sure I don't say the clan that happened to in DC.
probably for the best.
Mm-hmm. I feel like this is the point where we see Tabby, though we don't know it's Tabby, like spinning out in the distance. Oh shit.
I'd say probably around this point is when you're getting the group text. Which again, Tara, can you remind me what that was? It was
It probably would have been later if you had
okay.
just seen the spin out, but the message was other plans came up. I'll see you all back at the
Okay.
cottage. I don't think she would have sent that right then, but that's very funny.
I done goofed. Goodbye.
No one saw that, right?
Just all the reactions are just eye emojis. So, as you're chatting with them a little bit, do you tell them anything about yourself? Do you ask them anything in particular?
Probably ask him about the bar I saw them at.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like their favorite Savannah spots.
Well, I mean, that's one of the ones we like to go to just because it's a little grungier, a little hole in the wall, not so touristy, but it's also right down one of the nicer parts of town. Most people kind of know how to just behave there. And if they don't, well, like I said, it's a little grungier, so someone gets to meet pavement. Doesn't happen too often because people know, but when it does, oh man, I shoot shit. Like 3 weeks ago, we saw some guy like just eat cobble. You ever heard the term summer teeth?
I can't say that I have.
Well, some are there, some are here.
You know, that feels like a real Southern phrase that I probably should have heard before.
Maybe a little bit. Even funnier when it's one of our kind. Braces don't straighten those out.
And then remembering that he and I both like groaned at the music getting out of the car earlier, I'll kind of ask him about like, what would he have played if he was in charge and something like that.
Oh. And I don't mind a little bit of the EDM, but I it's just not really my thing. It would have been a lot of, well, I guess you didn't go inside, did you? The bar.
No.
Just a lot more rock and grunge. Real sort of mid-90s stuff. But I mean, I know which camp you're with, but what do you do?
And time I've been asked that tonight and I'm still working on it.
And you see Belle hold her phone in front of you for a moment and goes, "What do you want to do?"
Politics.
Tap, 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 tap. What does that mean?
Gosh, I'm trying so hard not to accidentally make a Hamilton quote right now. I want to
You
be
wanna
in.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. I'm
Go
going
to
to change
figure.
it to I want to be in the room where decisions are made.
Lewis speaks up like, "Well, you were in the large room where a rather big decision happened."
Yeah, but that's not what they're all made. The real ones happen in smaller rooms.
Sometimes.
So what do you three
And
do when you're not
Mm.
bar hopping or watching whatever all this is?
Harlan, at this point, he's been a little casual, a little relaxed, and you see him rub at the back of his neck finally. Just, well, I'm usually kind of frittering away a lot of my nights in my studio, trying to work on something.
Music? Art?
Sculpture.
Mm.
Usually I work with metal. And Lewis, I usually kind of just pick up whatever odd job I can. Not usually doing the same thing for too long. Belle finally seems to find her voice. Sometimes I'm doing this, and she looks back towards the grid. or stuff like that. And she's not really making eye contact. It almost seems there's a sense of she's trying to find the words, and if by looking at you or anyone else, it would take away the focus to verbalize. How do you react to that?
Does it happen very often? I apologize if that's rude to ask.
She does shift a little uncomfortably, and she does return to typing. And she says on the little note app on her phone, as she's holding it next to you, emotions frazzle. She deletes that. It's why and she does pause, and she takes the phone back down, trying to think about how she's going to say this, if she's going to say it at all. I like when I work at places I don't have to talk to people. If now, out of character, if that's not the most universal thing,
Been my experience that those who don't overrun their mouths tend to pick up on a lot more than those who like to be heard more than they should be.
she's just going to quietly nod and give it a little tight smile. Still owe me a phone.
Don't worry. And then, may I? And I'll see if she'll let me put my number in her phone, her temporary phone. Promise I'm going to get you one.
And as a response to that, the first message you get from a local on your phone is from her. And it says, talk to Edward.
That who got us our phones earlier this evening? Yeah, I met him a few hours ago.
It was not a question, it was a
statement.
Go talk. Yeah. Go
Oh,
talk to
okay.
Edward. Yeah. So. And she, maybe not bashful is the right word, but she does kind of start to look away and types in a quick thing on the note app. I have to get back to work. And she trundles off to go deal with that, where clearly she is making the best out of the situation of being seen and not heard. Do you stay up there with the boys, or?
Yeah, I'll stay up there.
Okay.
What am I going to go do down in the racetrack?
Who knows? Kind of pull the camera back from there a bit. Okay. We're good to leave you there for a bit?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize that was a question.
Yeah. Let's check back in with Tabby. Now, have you actually been following?
Sure, have been trying to.
Okay. You've seen the way she drives, and she could easily outrun you if she really wanted to. But she is doing that thing of where she's even waiting at lights that are very abruptly about to go yellow, then red, rather than going through yellows. She's waiting for you to catch up at every turn. Whether it's because that's my bitch, or she just doesn't trust you. It's hard to know. Could be a bit of both. But you do get over the bridge, and you get to an out of the way little scrapyard. You can see even from outside of it, there are stacks of junked cars, piles of parts, and every manner of mechanical detritus and refuse that you can imagine. Probably a bit of e-waste here and there, but this is a proper junkyard. And while there is a dog waiting outside, or rather, just inside the gates, the gate is maybe not fully open, but it doesn't seem locked. And she gets out, the car's still running. She goes and opens the gate. The two sort of chain link style gates, and she drives on through, gets out, waits for you to come on through, and then closes them again. And as you're starting to park, an elderly man, bald head, beard, definitely quite stout, walks out with a cigarette between his lips, corner of his mouth. And Lila's facade is gone in broad view of this man. Clearly showing what and who she is. What do you do?
There was no facade to drop. Tabby will. Did Lila leave the car? Yeah, she left the car.
Yeah, she's out of the car.
Yeah. Tabby will also step out of the vehicle, make sure, but then like get back in, turn it off, then turn it back on, park it, and then turn it off and lock the door.
Do you go and join her?
Yeah.
Do you remove the beekeeper mask, or do you?
I think that's been off for most of the drive, but yeah,
Okay.
it is off.
Okay, who have you brought me now? Oh, well, this little ray of sunshine is my new friend Tabby.
Hi.
Shit, you're all just cloning and breeding down there, ain't you?
It's what we do.
Yeah, it's been a problem. But I don't really give two shits as long as you're bringing me stuff. So, what's up? And he's looking at you. He's not looking at
Okay,
Lila.
yeah, cool. Didn't want to seize
Mhm.
control of the conversation if it was aimed elsewhere.
Mhm.
We've got this, like, it pats the hood.
Mhm.
Beauty right here that we are looking to pretty much chop up.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay.
But not like crush or anything. There's not like evidence we're trying to destroy. We're just trying to salvage it.
He looks from you. He looks to Lila. Oh, she's just new, huh?
I'm not good at being coy. I thought it'd be better to explain the situation.
You know what? That's fair. Okay, so we're gonna start something else here. All right, come here.
All right.
He's gonna hold out his hand.
All right.
He's offering to shake your hand. I'm
She
Buck.
does shake it. You're
Most
who?
people call me Buck or Uncle Bucky.
Tabby.
Nice to meet you, Tabby.
Nice to meet you, Bucky.
So you want to scrap this for bits and pieces?
Yes, just sell it pretty much.
Okay.
You don't have to chop it up if you think that sells better.
Yeah, no one's gonna buy a wholesale AMG from just some random mook.
Cool.
So, pieces, parts. Either people get to use them here, which a lot of people don't realize this or care, but a lot of those parts can be used on a lot of different cars of different makes and models. High end, low end, don't matter. So that's where their value comes from. So if you got other things like this, you can bring them towards me. Now, I ain't paying you millions of dollars for this, but you'll get a little something.
Works for me.
Because it's a bit of work for me to, reduce this. But as he walks over and he clearly takes a panel off of the car with his bare hands, but ain't that much work for me. And he gives you a little wink. Now, Lila's going to look over at him and she's going to start talking some numbers. And we won't get into the specifics, but you watch them haggle over what it's going to cost. And I can't remember off the top of my head how much one of these cars actually cost, but I want to say north of 100,000, somewhere in that range. I think Sam's probably going to look that up because that's the kind of person he is, and I can actually see him already doing it, making a face at me like I caught him. But that's why he's such a good producer. So, it ain't cheap, but whatever the price is, those are not the kind of numbers being tossed in your direction. It's whatever it is, you're taking a massive loss. Except for the fact that you didn't pay for the car. You're not taking a loss. You're getting a decent amount of money for someone else's expenditure. But you also know that money's a little bit useless in some ways for you. Good to have if you need it. But considering you can just take things if you want them, evidence being this car, it has slightly less value in that way. So we'll discuss the actual number later.
Yeah, Tabby will just at some point mention to Lila, I need to get this to be electronic.
Oh, please tell me you're not talking about crypto.
No, fuck that.
Okay.
No, just obviously if I don't know, get a person on staff, that's one thing, but otherwise, I imagine I won't be handing cash to too many people.
Smart. See, what we'd like to do sometimes too is put stuff on like gift credit cards and hand them to people, that kind of thing.
Mm.
So,
Like those email scammers ask you for.
yeah, except we actually have them.
Yeah.
So we make good on that shit. So, and she'll look at him and goes, I mean, we could do some of that right now. Good, because I got like a stack of blank ones we can just charge up. Don't ask me where I got them. It don't matter. So, also, we're going to have to give a little something to Matthias. So, we're going to take a bit of a hit that way. But hey, that's the cost of doing business. Okay.
You work your way up.
Or at least you don't work yourself down.
Yeah. I mean, trying to not be too much in earshot of Uncle Buck, but
Oh, he's right
it
there.
is okay. Then she'll say it later.
Okay.
Out of respect. It's definitely not like I tried to insult him, but it's talking about that haggling nature. She'll communicate at some point. I mean, I don't know what the going price is for most of this stuff, so I assume I got to take what you recommend and is offered to me for a bit till I actually figure that stuff out on my own.
Right, so you're going to do this after
Yeah.
Shin Bucket's settled up. Okay. I'd say you can have this conversation as you're getting back in the car. You're settled in terms of walking away with a small stack of prepaid credit cards that are actually loaded up.
Ooh, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Now, I don't know if in the States they are branded in some way. These are not just like store gift cards, they're actual credit cards. Yeah, you're not going to like Montana's because you went to Bucks. No, these are like actual credit card company gift credit cards.
Gotcha.
So you're saying this is he get in the car? It's like, hey, because he knows he can't screw me, or I'll screw him over.
Yeah.
So we got a fair deal.
Great. Also, I mean, for more than just obvious reasons, I'll take your word for it. I imagine hopefully at some point I'll be able to make my own deals, but I do appreciate this very much. I'm sorry I made such a pitiful showing.
So here's how we're gonna do this, okay? So she's gonna take the stack of credit cards, and they're in like actual cash currency. They're in different denominations, like the $25, the $50, the $100, all that kind of stuff. And she's going to split it in half at first. She's going to take Matthias's cut and put it over to the side. And then she goes, now, but here's the thing. Here's my costs. Okay. So all these two piles, that's even. That's for both of us. Okay. We're partners, at least for this. But you fucked up my car. So we're going to take just a little bit. I'm fucking with you. Do you know how easy it is to get this thing fixed? I can just go and take shit.
I appreciate it.
But that's how you're going to help me. You're going to help me steal some shit.
Cool.
Because that's how we do. There might also be other things I ask you to steal because it amuses the shit out of me. But
yeah,
like, we might be driving down the street and I go, that guy looks like he has a kidney I want. And it's not for you to judge. It's for you to do because you owe me.
No, I wasn't thinking about the morality. I was thinking about the process.
Good answer.
I've not cut a man's kidney as he's walking. I've
Well,
never dabbed a kidney. I know you don't do it while he's walking. I'm being humorous. But
I mean, hey, if that's your skill level, good for you, kid. I don't know you. Maybe you can't drive worth a damn, but maybe you can just drive by, shank a guy for his kidney. I want to have hope that you have a skill.
We've all got talents.
Oh, good. Okay. So.
Mine is not driving.
Clearly.
Clearly.
Okay. Are we good to go? Do you have anything else you need to do tonight, sweetie?
I don't think so. They did, everyone's at the racetrack. I don't know how many people saw my shit show.
Yes.
I mean, everyone saw. I'm just wondering how many the other newbies saw. Probably everyone.
Yeah. When you fuck up, assume everyone sees it.
That's a very good way to live by.
Yeah.
But
why do you think I've stayed so beautiful all this time?
Never fucking up.
Or at least no one getting to see it. I'm going to let you in on a little bit of advice, okay? Look at me. Look at me. Square up. You're going to get the best advice anybody could ever give you, okay? You ready? You're going to pay attention. This is very important, okay? I want to make sure I have your full attention. Do I have it? Okay, great.
Go fast.
Don't fuck up. It's the worst thing you do. Don't ever fuck up. If you don't fuck up,
I've heard that advice a number of times.
And yet.
Well, you see, you hadn't given me the advice before. If you had, then I definitely wouldn't have.
I see. Are you going to listen to it now? F to
see,
death,
now
kid.
if I had known that before from you, I wouldn't have done that shit show at the car. Only others told me not to fuck up first.
Yeah, and did you fuck up in front of them?
Not in front of them, no, unless one of them's at the racetrack. But I don't think anyone from Louisville's here for a number of reasons.
And she's gonna boop the snoot a little bit. Goes like, "You made it here." Operate on averages, okay? Let's pretend that you are not above or below the bell curve. You're just the person, okay? Always assume that other people are just as skilled, or if not more skilled than you. People made it out. Now, whether or not you want to know those people, that's a different thing. Think of it like rats escaping, a burning building. They all got to go somewhere. You're one of the rats.
Tabby, whether Lila noticed it or not, did not mesh with that statement as much as she might have expected her to.
Well, I will say that no culture, even Nosferatu, are a monolith. They all have a different view on what that word means and why it means that. As you two start to drive off, can we pan out from you?
Absolutely.
Unless you had anything you wanted to ask her or say to her.
I think Tabby will head home, either be driven or figure out the method of returning. If it's be at the racetrack and be picked up, then she would do that.
Okay. We'll touch base on that in a bit.
But she'll thank Lila again. I very, very much appreciate it.
Well, see, here's the thing, though. Now you're in my debt. Don't thank me for that. Come on, cutie. We can go find something else to do. Fuck, I'm still hungry.
She says under her breath.
And just right cross. Well, yeah, I
Ow.
get to say that.
Okay. I don't know what to refer to you as. I guess I'll figure that out in Wikipedia.
It's Lila, dipshit.
Lila.
Vroom. Okay. Now back to Artem and Poppy. You've been thrown it back, but eventually you do have to come off the dance floor. So what are you guys doing now?
I think during the dance moment, like in the little montage scene that happens in the vortex of sexiness, I think Poppy, like over time, kind of sees that Artem is like with it and like
Mhm.
is dancing. Is that an assumption, Artem?
No, yeah, that's right.
Do
Okay.
you seem to enjoy yourself in this kind of place too?
Yes.
Okay. I think up until this moment, Poppy had had this kind of fear of this strong, silent, like, doesn't feel the need to fill every silent moment with conversation kind of person. And so I think there's in her little dance, um, you can tell that her, I guess, body language becomes a little bit more friendly towards you. And then, maybe she even like is laughing along with like dance moves we're doing or something.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, maybe Artem will give you the what is it, the Russian kick thing? What is that called? I can't do it right now because of my
Duck step?
knee. Yeah, that one. Wait, is it
Amazing.
duck step? That
Goose step.
That
Goose step.
No.
that's a militarized
yeah,
way of
that's
marching from different dictatorships
right.
Oh, well, I
was
in
apologize.
the
gonna
world.
say, that's not right.
I literally assumed it was that. I forget what that is.
Oh no.
It's the one where you go down and up
Right,
and
right,
are
right,
doing
right.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So that's impressive, and I think Poppy will have like a great time with that, and maybe like from that, like in that moment of laughter, he'll be like, "Do you want to go take a break?" And she'll include Chris in that if Chris feels like going, but if not, she's not concerned.
Artem, what do you want to do?
yeah. No, we can step out for sure.
Okay. As you crumpet towards an exit here, she's definitely giving it some gusto until finally there's a moment where everything ebbs. Where do you guys go? Do you stick together? Do you go and look for something? Do you look for someone?
Well, if you wanted to, I was going to go and try to find Titus, who kind of runs this whole thing. I met him previously, last night. Can you believe that was last night? And I was gonna go and, well, he's asked me to do a little art piece for him, and I did some drawings of a potential idea. So if you want to come with me, I'm sure he'd be happy to meet new folks.
Sure. Yeah.
Chris?
She's vibing a little bit and she's, yeah, whatever. And a little more distracted by the proceedings, just looking around at the lights, the sort of good-natured rampage that's going on all around you. And there's a part of it that seems debating to get right back into it. But the fact that she's with people that are trying to keep her with them still in the social scene is probably what's keeping her from just throwing herself back into the pile.
Cool.
So you're walking around trying to find Titus. Is that the agreed upon mission here?
Mhm.
Okay. Uh, it takes you a little while. You're having to walk by some more races. You're having to see uh more of the grid girls in action before the smaller drag races and more full lap races. And depending on what's going on, there can be multiple grid girls working the start of the same race, or it could just be that some of them are posing for little photo ops.
Does Poppy know if the grid girls seem to be part of the club, or are they on the other side of the masquerade? Does it
It,
seem like is there a way to like who they're talking to? I guess I mean maybe.
it would be very difficult for you to just know on sight.
Okay, cool.
Uh, do you have aspects?
I don't have aspects. I chose other things.
Yeah, do you have
I have
awareness?
celerity and presence. I have no awareness.
Well, head empty,
I
no
know
thoughts.
nothing. I know head empty, no thoughts, ass thick. It's
I
hard
have
to be this
awareness.
cool.
Of that ass? Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
The type of awareness where you give dots, or the type of ass where you give awareness dots to people
Yeah.
around you.
its own gravity well. So,
Mm-hmm.
you would be hard pressed to find any indication outwardly, at least from a distance. But you are showing visible interest in them, right?
Yeah.
As you're going by,
Yeah.
you're kind of just, okay.
Might wink. We'll see.
Okay, this is fun.
Mm-hmm.
As the three of you are walking through all of this, you see a statuesque redhead in her own sort of two-piece short with the checker mark crop top kind of thing. Very showy.
Mm-hmm.
They're all kind of their own flavor of pinup, but she's a little bit more sculpted in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's a little bit taller and the heels are making it even more pronounced that way. And she sees you in your dainty little mechanic's outfit, just walking her along, and you're not part of the troop in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, remind me again, how tall is she?
Oh, Poppy's
Like,
kind of small.
small? She is small?
She is a small. She's probably about 5'2", 5'3",
Okay,
but she
that works for
yeah.
this.
Yeah, great.
Because in the heels, this person is at least like 6'2",
Oh.
and she
Oh.
sees a small in a mechanic's outfit, like purposely cut up and cinched in, trying to
Mm-hmm.
be her own little. It's a little like Poppy went in cosplay and no one else is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she fits in with the grid girls a little bit to an extent, and she sees you and she goes, "Hey, you, come here."
Oh, okay. And she'll walk up.
Mhm. And much.
Uh-oh.
Does he actually say that?
Oh yeah.
Does he say it in English or Slavic?
You know what? No, he says it in Slavic.
Okay. Actually, I have to wonder if it would be the exact same
The
thing,
same thing, yeah.
Just-
Maybe.
but with
Uh-oh.
like
I think
A
you'd be able to
stress.
tell. Like you
Yeah.
wouldn't necessarily understand the word, but you know what he's saying.
yeah,
Mhm.
one of those things that's just universal.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people that are taking pictures of her, but they look professional in some way. Like there are lights that are set up, and she's been posing with some overwrought mid-engine exotica of some kind.
Cool.
Definitely import and definitely high end. And She just towers over you at this point, I'm assuming, and she goes, "Hi, I'm Bobby."
Yes. Yeah, sorry, that's so out of character. I was waiting for this moment. Yes. um, hi, I'm Poppy.
Well, Poppy, do you want to get Poppy? And she kind of tries to sweep you under her arm so that it could be a seat, like on the bicep, hand on back. Her other hand is on her hip, very statuesque, and she has swept you up for a picture.
Yeah, I let her do that. Whatever she needs, wants, anything for her, really. To be honest.
Whatever she
But I
wants.
think Poppy's gonna try to keep her cool. Like she'll giggle, she can't help it, but she is going to still try to hit the angles when she's on the shoulder.
Chris is taking out her phone and just this, like not really quite looking, but just rapidly hitting the button.
Great, those are gonna be some good picks.
Just, you don't know because you're probably not paying attention, but maybe Artem would be going, is it because she likes what she sees, or that's going to be funny for later?
Can I try to find out with dice?
You could go with asking her.
Do you think this is hot or funny?
Why choose? What, you don't?
Uh,
Do you just... Has fun not made it over to that part of the world yet?
we have plenty of fun.
What do you consider fun?
Well, we count things. We walk in circles. Sometimes on a crazy day, we jump in place.
She looks at you like maybe she's the one on drugs. You're fucking with me. I get that. But, like, actually, what do you do? Don't tell me that you count shades of gray, because that part I would actually believe.
I mean, I don't know. I wasn't too social before 2 nights ago. But, you know, go for nice long walks. Go into town when there's a festival. Don't usually go to the city, but sometimes. Rarely.
The city's where all
So
the
just
fun
hanging
things
out.
are.
It depends on what you're looking for.
None of us seems to want us to go into the city. And when she says us, there's a bit of a stressor on it. And
Well,
she takes a few, but she starts to put the phone down. There's palpable frustration somewhere in there.
Artem sort of shrugs at that and he says, I at least will.
And she'll turn to look up at you because, like the other tall and small in the scene, she has to definitely look up. And so you're saying tomorrow night, if I want to go back into the city, go back to the bar or a different one, you're gonna go? Oh, you're thinking too long.
I mean, I have a job to do too, but if not tomorrow, maybe the next day.
More of an answer than I usually get.
We do have to make this thing work for both of us. Wasn't my choice either, you know.
At that, she looks down. Wasn't mine either.
I figured. Just got to convince the boss that, you know, well, actually, I don't know, but convince him of something.
She kind of huffs and blows at a lock of hair that's kind of fallen over her face a bit. Do you want to add anything else to that?
Just, we'll figure it out.
And she'll, not enthusiastically, but will quietly nod, spacing out a little bit and trying to distract herself eventually with the other half of this scene. So
Yeah, Poppy's playing along.
Yeah, she's happy to be the prop for this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Eventually, the photographer will stop doing what he's doing. He'll walk over and introduce himself and try and get your name and number, and there's a quick ask of like a release form if you'd like to sign one, if you want these pictures to go anywhere or not. He's trying to get your permission to see if he can actually use these,
Mm-hmm.
rather than just you've been absconded with photographically.
Poppy will look over at Bobby and see if she seems like, yeah, that's like normal for this kind of thing.
Mm. She shrugs as she lets you down, but it's that same graceful, like you feel every flex and sinew as it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And well, it's more normal if you're getting paid for it.
Oh, I don't need to be paid. On hi, I'm new here. These are your photos.
Damn right they are. And she'll look at the guy. It's like, I'll talk to you in a minute. It's like, sure thing, Bobby. And he'll walk off a little bit, and she'll pull you a little bit to the side and lean against the car. But for her, she definitely has to lean down.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw you last night.
Oh, yeah, during the entrance that I had to be a part of. Yes. Yeah.
You look good in red.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Yeah, it was a shocking time. This is more my scene than a
Oh, I
court
can tell.
like that. Yeah. Are you a model? What do you do?
And she will press her back against the car, and she puts the arm across you to pull you in so she can show you her phone. And she's showing you. Do you need a minute?
No, I'm good. I'm fine. Don't worry about it. I can handle it. I'm a big, strong, tough Toreador. I can handle it.
Sure. Okay. She's gonna start showing you her socials, and it's very clear that yes, you were right, that she models, that it's she works these kind of things, or she does just general photo shoots. And because of the type of physique she has. It's also a lot of fitness based or bodyscape kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely a actual broad portfolio of different types of photos. It's of
Cool.
someone who does this pretty much full time.
This is like legit. How did you get to Savannah?
Oh, well, I've always been here.
You have. And you like the scene enough to stay.
Why wouldn't I?
Oh, I'm new. I'm just excited that somebody wants to stay.
Well, I guess wherever you are from, you were excited to leave.
Yeah, Connecticut wasn't really cutting it.
Oh,
Yeah. It's very saltine like.
and she does laugh loudly at that, just not expecting that word choice. And because, of course, her arm is around you, you feel more of that laugh.
Mm.
Because I want to
Poppy
try and
will
find
remember
ways to
this.
break you.
Yeah. I'm looking for Titus. Do you happen to know Titus, the guy that runs this thing?
Do I know Titus? We're all in the family here.
Oh, very nice. Even better.
Do you want me to introduce you?
I mean, it would be really lovely if you could.
Is Artem just in
Oh,
the
and my
background?
friends are here.
Yeah.
They're like back here.
I'm giving Chris a hard time.
Do you walk over or?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I would say, because how tall is Artem actually?
He's actually either 6'1" or 6'2". Let me look.
For the sake of
Of course, I
argument,
did this in meters. I think that's 6'2".
okay. You're
183.
okay. We're just gonna say in her heels, you're the exact same height.
Perfect.
So for the first time, maybe both of you in this city are meeting people who are the correct height.
Mhm.
You're both able to look at each other in the eye, and it's probably a bit of a novel concept.
Mhm.
You're either staring down at everyone or just looking over them. Because you are surrounded by smalls, apparently.
Just like in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby's
And
like, Bobby, this is Artem.
are you just sort of like reaching for someone's hand, like?
Oh no, I'm just gesturing
Yeah, just making sure.
down at their kneecaps.
Similar but
Says-
legally distinct from the Lollipop Guild. Got it. Okay.
Artem says, "Evening. I was hoping for I could get my picture next."
She looks at you, and you're fairly built, right? Yeah. She goes. She's gonna just hold up for a sec. She takes out her phone and she calls back the photographer for a second. You, the two smalls. Can you give us a moment?
Oh, yep, yeah.
Finally, among my own people.
Okay, we can take a picture. but that's coming off. And she looks at the shirt.
Fine.
Oh no, not yet.
Oh. Okay.
And she's gonna have a very quick conversation with her photographer. And then with you, he's gonna go, you ever signed a release before?
Just kind of looks at him.
Do you have any kind of social media presence or there's this little like shared look between the photographer and her and just okay. And he's just gonna take out a sheet, put it on the car for you to sign. Do you even read it or do you
No.
okay, yeah, that's what I thought. And what yeah. You tell me if this is something that you are down for. There's going to be a few posed pictures of trying to show off the muscle appearance of both of you. And at one point, there's going to be this lift of the shirt. And she's trying to get you to pose a little more sort of not heroically as much as clearly get you to be exuding power, confidence, and she's going to be pressed slightly against you, hand on your back, and then the other one just tantalizingly low on the abs, but just trying to pull back so it's more like her hands drawing attention to them in the photo. Do you react to this in any way? Do you try to engage with her in that same manner?
Yeah, I'll play along.
Okay. So we're talking like arm around the waist, like what do you
Yeah.
Okay. So you're trying to just ease into this. You're not hover handing in any way. You're just like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is what tall people do.
Yeah. Just be pretty statues among the cretins. Got it.
It is a hard life.
Hmm.
But someone has to do it.
She'll give a few of the slightly flirty pictures, kind of expecting these types of little things, but it's more about also trying to show off the car a little bit, trying to but primarily showing herself off just with a, well, like with Poppy, a prop. But due to the fact that you are not a small, she's not being your jungle gym and you're not, well, she's not being yours. There's a little bit more of an equal footing in this case. After this is all said and done, she does try and pull, oh, actually, this is kind of funny. Are you paying attention to anything going on outside of this, or are you just getting instructions and responding to those?
Yeah, probably not something he's done super often. So he's probably mostly engaged with just trying to make everything look like it's supposed to look.
Okay. So he's just head empty full of rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Poppy and Chris. Much like earlier when Poppy was on her arm, or on Bobby's arm, you see Chris kind of just click, 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 click. And you don't know if it's for
will like join in and like the posing of it and be like, no, over here. Yeah.
And like before, you don't know if it's because of that's hot or I'm going to use this for hilarity later.
Mm-hmm.
Could be both, could be neither. You don't know. Do you ask or do you just go with the flow?
Oh, I think Poppy's just having a great time.
Mm-hmm.
This is hilarious for her and also very enchanting.
Mm-hmm. After all is said and done, and that photographer just wanders off again to go deal with whatever else he's going to do. Arden, do you actually just put your shirt back on, or do you forget that it's off?
No, he probably remembers. He's about to go meet someone, right? You can't go meet someone new without your shirt on most of the time.
It is a Toreador.
Well, he doesn't know that. He
So-
probably doesn't even know what that means.
He would. Eventually you do congregate again at that car. Do either of you say anything, do anything other than giggle and weep?
Poppy might try to look at the NDA.
Mm-hmm.
She hadn't signed it yet, but she'll look at it and see if anything pops out to her as like sus. Or not the NDA, the release form.
In the sense that she owns the photos.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. I think Poppy will go ahead and sign it.
That would be
that's
the
fine.
main crux.
Yeah.
In the sense that like she could sell it if she wants to. She can do whatever the hell she wants with
Yeah.
them, post them on whatever platform. So that's the crux of it. The main thing is she gets to do whatever she wants. You're not getting paid for it, and you're agreeing to that.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
Okay.
I think Poppy will also make a point to follow her on like Instagram or whatever social media, so that
Which
she
leads me
has
to a point. You would have to start new accounts
an
for those.
Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
I think maybe Poppy would have had one like on hold, like a username on hold for a while, but hadn't felt empowered enough to like put anything on there.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
So yeah, just name parking.
Yeah.
Okay. But she's never used it until now.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Or if she did, she had like one picture of her and somebody else that she's deleted recently.
Now, are there any other pictures, or that it's just completely blank?
There might be like some like pretty like landscapes and stuff there just from her travels.
Okay.
Maybe a couple selfies.
So I'll let you know something now. Anybody that might know who you were could look at whatever you post now,
Mm-hmm.
and you could be
That's
sort of
true.
quasi-doxing yourself. Would you
That's true.
want to clean, separate, and start over?
Yeah. And I think in this moment maybe she'd realize that and she goes, how do you keep yourself, I guess, safe from prying eyes of a different variety if you're so online?
You're asking Bobby. Okay.
Yeah.
The trick is to either have more accounts or not give a flying fuck.
Ah. I see. Okay, I'll follow you. I just maybe don't tag me yet.
So
If you
out
do
of character,
post these.
are
Yeah.
you just starting a new account, or are you?
I think she's gonna have to start a new account.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, for the sake of ease, you can do that very quickly and very easily.
Yeah.
You probably have already taken a few selfies while you were getting all dolled up for tonight that you could use as like just a starter image.
Yeah.
You want to do that. So you could add her. She'll probably add you. The question is, as Chris gets leaned in, do you let her add you? You like show her your account so that she can add you on hers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Artem, do you start an account or you're just head empty full of rocks?
I guess I could start an account.
Okay, no, write that down for yourself.
I already have.
Can't wait for Chris to post those pictures and tag us.
Okay, so that's been traded. If you tell her, Bobby, Artem, where you can find your social stuff or your lack thereof, she'll add it. But it's a little bit more rote and like, yeah, okay. Like there's that certain, it's not dismissive as much as business now. Okay, then do you want to go meet?
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
And she'll start to lead you in that direction. And it's one of the garages. We'll say he's stepping out of a garage where Cora is getting acclimated to the stripped out road legal go-kart that is his customized Holden Monaro. Up on its, I know there's a proper name for it, but those risers.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you again. Yep.
Hi, Titus. Wonderful, wonderful evening you're throwing. This is so exciting. We just met Bobby.
Well, it's hard not to meet Bobby.
That's very true.
She just gives
Sparkle,
that,
sparkle.
and then she walks off. Now, the question is, did you try to get her number at all during this, or just her socials?
I think because
Am I
think
talking
Poppy
to Helena
was
or
like,
Poppy right now?
I know
question.
this is hard. You know, life imitating art, art imitating life. I think she doesn't because she kind of recognizes that like Bobby's working, and that's kind of a line, perhaps. Yeah. So I don't think she would have asked for a number since she's at her job.
Okay, so we'll leave it at that. He will sweep his gaze over the rest of you. So, what is it you want to do here? What kind of trouble you want to get into?
Can you say that one more time? I'm sorry.
What kind of trouble do you want to get into now that you're here?
Oh, now that I'm here, well, I have some trouble that you assigned me.
Oh.
Yeah. I worked on this a little bit last night. And I wanted to just run it by you. And so she opens up like a little like envelope that she just kind of has in her pocket and unfolds what looks like a page that's been ripped out of a sketchbook. And she's designed in like a couple of different aspects this kind of metallic artistic rendering of like the undercarriage of a car. So like the kind of strange circuitry of designs that happens under a car, but kind of blown up into it's like almost as if each piece has been kind of suspended from each other. And then there's a similar rendering of a bunch of like lights that she's designed that would be, it's hard to explain, be on the floor. So this like metallic machine is kind of suspended over a floor, and it's as if the shapes have been reflected in kind of a like not twinkle lights. I guess it would be like rope lights on the floor. And she hands it to him and goes, I would probably need to meet somebody who would be able to hook up lights with music, because I think this would be the coolest dance floor. But yeah, this is kind of what I was thinking of. It's a rough sketch, but an idea.
He does seem intrigued, and he is engaging with it and scanning it in pieces. He'll sort of tilt it around, trying to. There's a moment where he looks like he wants to take out a pen from his pocket to try and start drawing something or writing little notes. But instead, because you're in one of his, or the outskirts of one of his garages, he just brings you all in, and he puts it down on one of the surfaces. He takes out some of his draft paper, and he puts it in the center, almost like a matte painting kind of thing. And he starts making notes on the outside of it,
Cool.
rather than on it, and then putting little like post-its in places. And it's not just like move this around, move that around, do this, do that kind of thing. Like clearly giving you actual feedback on what it is. But then also going, talk to Harlan, talk to Raleigh. Obviously one of those names you recognize more directly because you met one. But Raleigh...
Oh, I haven't met Harlan yet.
Yes, you did. You met him at the bar.
No, I didn't. I went to the bathroom and then went out.
You didn't?
I didn't
get
talk to
introduced?
him.
You
I don't
didn't
think
do that.
so.
I thought you got briefly introduced.
Okay,
No?
maybe. Okay, yeah. That's fine. So talk to Harlan and
I'll double check.
Raleigh, who I
Oh,
don't
God, go.
know.
Someone in chat paying more attention to let me know. But if you said in your notes that you don't have an actual introduction with them, that's we'll go with that.
I don't think so. Yeah.
So, all right, we'll figure that. Sorry, wrong voice. All right, we'll figure that out. It's a good start. That might be more of a longer term project.
Yes. I got a little bit carried away on scope here.
No, that's more than I was hoping for. What I want you to work with, though. Hey, big man, come here a sec.
Kind of walks over.
And it's in the same garage. Not the one that Cora is in, but this different one has been set aside for a different project. And he rips the tarp off of something that was in the middle of the room. And looked like there should be a car there, but its shape was wrong. And it's mostly a car, but it's bent and twisted, and there are a few scorch marks. And frame, chassis, all the bits are out of place, some missing. It is, well, not to get sued by Sony, but twisted metal. Now, I was hoping you could find some way to make use of this. Either to embellish what's there, make use of it in some way, or contort it in some new fashion. I want to see what you can do when you're just given the pieces, the raw material.
I like the challenge.
Good. Now we can talk about it a little bit more. Did I get your number yet?
Oh, I don't think so.
Well, let's fix that.
I will give him my number.
Mm-hmm. And once that's done, he's gonna look over at the big man. You were there the other night too. Hi, Titus.
Artem.
How you
I've heard.
faring so far?
Not too bad.
How you liking the boss?
He's all right. I've had worse.
Don't tell him that. You might try and raise the bar.
That would be tough.
Oh. Okay. All right. Well, I wish you luck in that endeavor. Chris, how are we getting on? Well, I was having more fun on the dance floor. Well, that's what it's there for. How you liking Raleigh's set? And she does start to light up just a little bit at that, but it's also a case of this is one of the older guys, and it's a case of he's a little cooler because he's the one that throws these events around, but it's a case of he's still one of the adults in a way. Like maybe one of the cool adults, but he's still one of the adults. And so she engages, but it's a little more reticent compared to how she's been starting to interact with you. Both of you. Well, do you guys need me for anything else?
Nice to meet you.
You as well. Hoping you've been having a good time.
It's been great.
Hell of a party.
You didn't come here to race?
No.
Is that an option?
You got a car?
No.
Then it's not an option now, is it? Although your friend Cora, he does sort of peer around at this garage and into the other one where she's still familiarizing herself. That being said, one of you at least has a skill set that I hope you stick around to watch.
I wouldn't miss it.
Well, your friend might appreciate you cheering for her.
Oh, I already am. I'm wearing her outfit. Altered
Oh.
slightly.
No wonder Bobby got your eye, or the other way around.
Mutual, hopefully.
Oh, you have to let me know how that plays out. Well, if you don't need me for anything else.
Yeah, just wanted to check in. We'll see you in the stands. Unless, are you also racing in this race?
I like being more the man behind the scenes these days. Running the show.
These days? Did you used to race?
Long time ago.
Mm.
A little harder to do on this side of the curtain. At least when people know who you are.
Mm.
Have fun. We'll talk more about this in the coming days. No rush.
Looking forward to it.
He'll nod in Artem and Chris's direction, which is clearly the cue for you to clear out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you say or do anything else? Or can I pan out a bit?
Yeah, real quick.
Mhm.
Puppy, what are you going to do with the car?
Oh, with this one? And she points to,
Yeah.
or that one, the crunchy one.
Yeah.
That is gonna have to be a project. I'm not sure. Do you have any blossoming ideas?
No, but we have tools, and I sort of look at Chris. We could maybe help you if you wanted to, if you wanted it to be in more pieces.
That would probably help me out a whole lot. Yeah, that would be great.
Just let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I still have to figure out what to do with it, but I think we can come up with something cool.
All good? Okay. I'm going to pan back over to Kate.
We go on a brief break before we do that.
This is probably going to be the last scene for tonight.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine then.
We're going to end a bit early tonight. That's okay?
Mhm.
Okay. Are you still just hanging with Harlan and Lewis, or have you started wandering again?
I'll probably stay with them, and then now that I'm able to like reset, kind of use this as a vantage point to really focus in on the different groups and who's doing what with what or with who.
As you're taking this as your perch to get a higher elevated view, there's someone who approaches on the bleachers in a sharp, what do you call those? Like business dress suit sort of look. Faint pinstriping, as if it's meant to be more like a magic eye texture rather than a print all its own. White blouse, all very pristine looking, with glasses. You hear the sharp click clack of heels, very sure of themselves. Fulton, let's take a walk.
I'll get up because if she's wearing heels to the racetrack, she's got to be in the same family.
And knows your name.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't say anything at first as she's leading you away. She does angle her head towards Harlan and Lewis as a at least curt greeting.
I'll kind of smile and nod goodbye to them.
Take it easy, Kate. Did you get their numbers at all, or did you kind of just be social with them?
It's just kind of social. If
Okay.
they had offered, I would have swapped numbers, but the only one I definitely have is Belle's.
Okay. Then we're going to crowd you. Harlan would have tried to get your number.
Yeah, I would have exchanged numbers with him.
Okay. And as you walk a little further away, so that less of the noise, more of a slightly more secluded concrete bay, I would say. Kind of one of those division in the bleachers, almost like where a car might drive out from, or in football terms, where they might run out from.
Mm-hmm.
So you're able to be a little more quiet, and because of the ambient noise, it's preventing echo and travel of your voices. You clearly picked this place on purpose. I apologize for not meeting you myself until now. My name is Elizabeth Redgrave.
Nice to meet you.
Have you been told of me yet?
Sorry, what was that?
Have you been told of me yet?
I have. I know I have her number in my phone. Was I told that she was the whip?
Yes.
Your name's been mentioned.
Good. You know what I do then?
Mm-hmm.
So, part of my task is keeping the new blues in line so that the boss can do the rest of his job. So part of how I'm going to do that is figure out where you belong, at least to start. I'm sure it's been brought to your attention numerous times to figure that out.
Too many to count.
Have you landed on anything yet?
I passed my number along to Miss Corwin.
Well, she's a good individual to get in with. She doesn't run our business. That would be myself and Mr. Halsey. She primarily works for Mr. Brooks. That isn't to diminish, more a case of better categorizing who's responsible for what.
Her position is one I'm familiar with.
I figured. So.
But if it's Blue Blood's business that you work with, consider this me putting in my application as well.
Well, before you try to advance that schedule, you should know exactly what I do in our world. She'll walk you through the gap in the concrete barrier so that you can have a view of the Westin from where you are. She points out at it while standing next to you. Well, that is my primary domain. Almost every hotel or any other hospitality-based business in this city, I have a hand in if I don't outright own. That's why I wasn't there last night. I have a lot to oversee. I can give you a chance to help out with that. Is that something that appeals to you?
Does.
We can talk further. We'll be getting late for our type of conversations. But over the next day or two, we can figure out a meeting. And figure out exactly where you can start in that enterprise.
I look forward to it.
I would make another suggestion. Try and job shadow others. For no other reason than to better understand and appreciate what they do and how and why they do it. Expand your horizons before you decide to settle on a particular set. But if you can't figure out something, something will be appointed to you. Consider this not a formal job for the time being, as much as testing your aptitudes, finding where you belong, and if you are of even baseline expected competence of us, it won't matter which job you do, you will do it well. Does this sound agreeable to you?
Does.
Good. Do you have any questions?
Well, if it's a job shadow in a couple of different areas, would you mind passing my number along to Mr. Redlow?
I can. I'll make sure some of the others do as well.
Thank you.
You may be asked to show up to places. Some of them more unseemly than others. You are at the bottom of the office pool at the moment. They all have seniority. So while they are not necessarily your boss, they cannot give you flat out directives in the same way that I or Mr. Halsey can. There's also an indication of many hands make light work. If you're asked, it's not necessarily about directive from a higher authority. It's about showing to your peers your competence and ability to work with us.
Understood.
Now, how are you enjoying yourself? Don't lie.
The racetrack has certainly been a interesting new experience.
I imagine it's a bit of a culture shock from DC.
Don't have many of these around the capital.
And I imagine most of the interactions you have are more black tie affairs.
Very much so.
We do have our share of those here. And I'll try to make sure that you get an invitation for our next one.
I'd appreciate it.
If I were to give any other suggestions for who to get in with, Mr. Halsey has a security company I'm sure he's made you aware of.
Mm-hmm.
There's a great deal of logistics, planning, and strategy, understanding of situations, relationships that goes into that. In many ways, he and I are similar in that sense. You could avail yourself well there. It would also be likely in line with some of your own skill sets that you already possess. Also, getting to interact with different people all over town. That may not be what you pursue on the first day, but something you may want to look at overall.
I'll keep it in mind.
Did you get Mr. Innsbruck's number?
Not yet.
We're going to correct that. She takes out her phone, and because you are next to her, it's not a give me your phone, I'm going to input it. It's a case of I am sending you a contact.
Mm-hmm.
He explained to you what he does?
Shit, remind me who Innsbruck is.
He's basically the cleaner.
That's right.
Two things. One, good to stay on his good side. The man that collects favors. But he's also someone that you will want to understand how he operates. He's very good at his job. I will let him know that you have his number. I will also tell him to reach out if you have not already by then.
Noted.
And if any of your little friends, you hear the air quotes on that, find themselves into a mess, 2 calls will happen. 3, actually. You'll be calling either myself or Mr. Halsey. That's the first. Second, and you do this in whichever order makes sense at the time, Mr. Innsbruck or Miss Vega. If you are involved in something, I want to find out before the others do. I don't want to be hearing about it through the grapevine.
Of course.
No. Any other questions?
Not at the moment.
Stop by the Westin at some point. I'd love to show you around.
Of course. It's on my list already, but an even better reason to visit now.
She gives you a curt nod, and she heads towards a car. It would be something in the vein of a Lincoln Town car. Not quite a stretch limo, but a case of someone is driving her because she's busy being in charge. And there's no little wave, there's no hesitation. She just gets in and it goes. You were not her entire night. Before we end for tonight, I'd like to go around the table and just get a little bit of thoughts about what people are feeling. I'm going to start with Tabby.
Abby, as usual, is experiencing a wide range of stimuli and emotions. There's been a lot of opportunity and gift giving, but also, not unreasonably, a lot of negative stimuli, a lot of negative reinforcement. So she's trying to wrestle and mentally land regarding those. In terms of how much she should value what she's capable of versus how much she should work to impress those that she now considers peers, mentors, and hopeful that she will not continue to fail as miserably as she had in this most recent situation. Shouldn't be hard, but she also assumed that she could drive, at least start and drive a car. So hopeful, but also somewhat beaten down in terms of her momentary self-worth.
Pain is how you learn. Poppy.
Poppy feels reinvigorated by the environment that she's in, by the conversations she's had, by the kind of return to a place of studenthood while getting critique and ideas from Titus. I think that was something that she missed. And then also is, just a little enamored with the glamour that is Bobby.
The Glamazon.
And the glamazon, truly, the glamazon that is Bobby. And I think she's starting to feel hopeful. And that the mask she put on earlier in the night is feeling less like a mask and more like her true self.
Okay. Artem.
Sure. Artem is feeling pretty solid. It's been a fine night. Hasn't been thinking too hard about the situation that he's in, but that's probably starting to creep in a little bit. And probably not tonight, but pretty soon he knows he needs to start earning his keep. So That's on his mind.
Mhm. Has he had any thoughts or revelations about Chris?
Yes, he's thinking he wasn't sure what he had been signed up for, but he's thinking this might be something that he can work with, at least. She doesn't seem like she's a crazy person. She just seems like she's really irritated by her situation and maybe needs a little bit of help learning how to deal with that.
Hmm. Things that I'm sure can be addressed as we continue. Last but not least, Kate.
After a brief moment of near panic, she is feeling more sure of herself with meeting a few new interesting people, and the new understanding that she doesn't have to have the job yet, but whatever she's called to do, she knows she can do well. Getting the A+ gold star is kind of her thing. And so whatever challenge is presented before her, she can do it. And it's almost like a little bit of a weight has lifted, that it's not get the job immediately, because everyone tonight, regardless of clan, has asked her what she's doing. She has a little bit more direction now.
Does she have any kind of preference so far?
It's something to mull over as she
Hmm.
heads back to her house.
Okay. Well, we can deal with that next time. As for now, we're going to pan out. These little scenes have begun to fade. Next week, I believe we'll open with one last race of importance.
Dear Lord, let it go better.
There's no way.
More dice
Say
means
never.
potentially more ones.
And Martell has the right of it. But for now, please look at our socials or Discord for when any changes to schedule or any additions to the schedule. A reminder that next week we'll have 3 games total. It'll be D&D on Tuesday, continuing in VTM on Wednesday, and then part of the occasional Star Wars campaign is picking back up next Friday. But for any other changes, please, socials, Discord, come hang out. I would say we don't bite, but that wouldn't strictly be true. Hi. Thanks you all for hanging out and watching. See you next week.